Hey guys, Big Green Dragon here, and we're back for another adventure in the Dragonverse. Remember, familiar powers, unfamiliar heroes. We'll be stepping away from Emerald City for quite some time, and now we get to explore the hero known as Myth Girl. Enjoy. Previously on Myth Girl. Revna picks up the troll and flies it into the sky. As the rays of fading sunlight hit the troll, it turns to stone. Satisfied, Revna continues to fly, carrying the troll with her, back to Asgard. There is a village on Midgard called Daggerfall. There you will find Jarl Erik. There is also Jarl Asbjorn of Redcliffe. Both prepare to battle each other. You are to determine which Jarl shall receive my favor. I have seen many battles. Jarl Asbjorn will be a worthy opponent, perhaps one of my toughest. They say he is stronger than any man. We'll see how true that is. Whenever an enemy is in my path, I just keep moving forward. Do you seek the All-Father's blessing? Of course. Never go into battle without it. Have you decided which one deserves my favor? Yes, Father. Just a poet, huh? She turns and sees Jarl Asbjorn smiling at her, and she returns the smile. We begin in Odin's hall a long, long time ago. The gods are having a feast. A massive stone giant sits among them. Hrungnir, help yourself to our ale. Thank you, Odin. I will. Hrungnir begins to drink with the gods. The scene is cheerful and merry. Hrungnir continues to drink more and more. Go on, Odin. Tell us again how you bested Hrungnir in the race. In truth, Sleipnir did most of the work. Not that Hrungnir ever had a chance of winning. Hrungnir's eyes shift over to Odin. Oh, is that what you believe, Odin? If we raced again, you would not be so lucky. Lucky? If you think luck had anything to do with my victory, you're a bigger fool than I thought. What do you expect, brother? He quite literally has stone for brains. The gods laugh. Hrungnir frowns in anger. You're one to speak, Loki, since you're the one who got plowed by a damn horse. And I take great pride in my son defeating you. Hrungnir stands to his feet and towers over Loki, glaring at him. What if I killed you? What do you think about that? Kill me? How dreary. Hrungnir turns to Odin. I could kill you too, All-Father. Odin laughs. My brothers and I killed Ymir. You believe I would lose to you? Yes. In fact, I could kill all of the Aesir in this room. Except for Freya and Sif. The two of you return to Jotunheim with me. Hrungnir laughs and Sif rolls her eyes. You're certainly a bold one, Hrungnir. I admire your courage, even if it's brought on by the ale. It's not just the ale. It's the truth. I am the strongest giant alive. None can oppose me. In fact, no more ale for any of you. It's all mine. Hrungnir hoards the ale for himself. The gods begin to groan. Odin leans over to Ullr. Send for my son. Yes, All-Father. Hrungnir continues to make a scene until the door opens and Thor stands there. You sent for me, Father. Yes, please, come eat and be merry. Thor enters the hall. Hrungnir eyes him the entire time. If it isn't the giant slayer. Thor continues to walk past him. Little Thor, who needs his magical belt to even lift his hammer. It's rather heavy, Hrungnir. Perhaps you'd like to hold it. I have no need, little Aesir. I could easily lift your flimsy hammer. Thor holds out Mjolnir. Then by all means, take it. Hrungnir pokes Thor in his chest. I'll take your hammer, your life, and your wife. Hrungnir smiles, but rage takes Thor. He raises his hammer, and Hrungnir's eyes widen. Wait! Thor stops mid-swing. You wouldn't kill me without my weapon, would you? Wouldn't it be better to defeat me at my best? Thor contemplates the offer before pointing at his chest with Mjolnir. I accept. Hrungnir stands in a field, fully dressed in his armor. He waves his weapon tauntingly at the sky. Suddenly, he hears the crack of thunder, followed by a crash of lightning. Thor roars at the giant as he barrels towards him. Both men throw their weapons at each other's heads. Hrungnir's whetstone shatters against Thor's forehead. As Mjolnir impacts with Hrungnir's head, it shatters, killing him instantly. Thor notices a piece of the giant's whetstone lodged in his forehead. He attempts to remove it. He doesn't notice the body of Hrungnir leaning forward until it's too late. The body falls on top of Thor. With his arms pinned, Thor is buried. Get this off of me! Sometime later, the other gods arrive. The other gods attempt to free Thor to no avail, until a 3-year-old Magni manages to lift the body off of his father, leaving everyone surprised. In the present, we see Thor in the dining hall. He massages the area where the piece of whetstone remains. Let me help you, Thor. Sif grabs a wet towel and cleans the area around the whetstone. Damn wound as annoying as ever. If only Groa had stayed focused, this blasted stone would be gone. Perhaps you shouldn't have used your forehead as a shield. Sif finishes her task. Better? Yes, my love. Thank you. Thor wraps his muscular arm around her waist. Sif smiles and runs her hand through his hair. The two share a brief kiss. Nearby, Revna laughs with Magni, Modi, and Thrud. To this day, I can't believe I was the one who freed Father. Magni, forever known for a deed he accomplished as a toddler. Is that jealousy I hear, brother? Modi smiles. I could never be jealous of an oaf like you. The two begin to laugh. What's next for my powerful nephews? Vanaheim. There's rumored to be an evil sorceress causing trouble. We will show her the error of her ways. At least you two get to go on adventures. I'm stuck training with the Valkyries all day. Being a Valkyrie is a great honor, sister. You should be proud. I am proud, but I want more. More excitement. I could see if Father would let you aid me. Thank you. I would appreciate it. Revna smiles at her niece. We see a large, muscular stone giant standing outside a home, yelling at the sky. Odin! Thor! Come face me! Face me and die! His yelling continues until another stone giant approaches him. Starkieve, this is madness. If you keep this up, you will certainly draw the attention of the Aesir. I am counting on it. I tire of waiting for the Aesir to return. I will challenge them to battle, as Hrungnir once did. Starkieve, I implore you to end this quest. Hrungnir was our greatest champion, and he was killed. You have the potential to be what he was, but not if you throw your life away in some foolhardy attempt at revenge. I am not Hrungnir. The son of Odin will die by my hand. His friend looks at him and frowns. You are truly committed to this path, then? You know I am. Very well. When the Aesir arrive, we'll make sure you're ready. Revna once again finds herself in front of her father's throne, Frigg sitting next to him. "You have done well so far, daughter."
"Thank you, father."
"At this rate, I'll run out of things for you to do." Odin laughs. "This next task may provide a martial challenge. As you know, the Aesir and Jotun have clashed many times. It seems one has been trying to get my attention."
"For what reason?"
"From his constant yelling, he wants to face me in a battle. I will not give him the satisfaction. However, I believe this would be an excellent opportunity for you to kill your first Jotun. Go to Jotunheim, find this Sturkjeve, and kill him." Revna pauses.
"Is this a giant or a man with giant blood?"
"A giant through and through."
"And I am to kill him?"
"Is something the matter?"
"I am preparing myself mentally for what you ask of me."
"Ah, yes. It is never easy to end the life of a sentient being. That doesn't mean there aren't times when it must be done. You have already turned a troll to stone and killed wildlife during our time on Midgard. This is merely the next step in the process."
"May I ask you a question, father?"
"Of course."
"Why did you kill Ymir?"
Odin ponders the question for a while. "To answer a question. In those days, there was hardly anything. I merely knew something needed to be done, and Ymir's death would be the catalyst."
"What was the question?"
"What comes next?" Revna thinks about her father's words.
"Perhaps I could reason with this giant."
"As always, conduct yourself as you see fit."
"Thank you, father."
"Perhaps you should speak with Thor. If you end up having to fight, he will have valuable information."
"I will visit him. Thank you, father."
Revna exits the throne room.
Thrud stands in the Valkyrie training grounds. She is surrounded by 3 other Valkyries. Her weapons are drawn, and she keeps her attention on her opponents. The anticipation builds before the first Valkyrie charges. She swings her blade at Thrud's face, and she easily parries the blow. The second Valkyrie is already in motion. She attacks Thrud's opposite side. Thrud pivots and blocks the second incoming strike. The 3 battle in the field. Thrud hears the sound of wings and looks to the sky. The third Valkyrie is bearing down on her, her blade pointing directly at her. Thrud kicks both of her current opponents away and evades the incoming blow. The Valkyrie's sword impacts the ground where Thrud was standing mere seconds ago. The ground cracks from the impact. Not giving her opponent a chance to react, Thrud rushes her and punches her in the chest, sending her flying back several feet, though she maintains her grip on her sword. Thrud immediately spins and blocks 2 more incoming attacks. The other 2 Valkyries once again try and back her down to the third waiting Valkyrie. Seeing their strategy, Thrud plants her feet in the ground, and the combined effort of both Valkyries isn't enough to move her. The third is forced into a charge. At the last moment, Thrud backflips over her and kicks her hard in the back. She crashes into the ground, kicking up dust. Thrud uses the opportunity to disarm the final 2 Valkyries. With all 3 opponents defeated, Thrud looks over her shoulder at the other Valkyries watching her. One flies down onto the field. "Well done, Thrud. A fine display of your martial abilities. Your father has trained you well." "Thank you, Kara. Perhaps you and I shall spar soon, if that is what you wish. Until then, Valkyries, our training is over."
Thor sits outside his home, meditating. Revna lands silently.
"Training your mind, brother?"
"A strong mind is paramount to a warrior's skill set. Or did you forget?"
"Of course not."
"What brings you to my home?"
"Father is sending me to Jotunheim."
Thor smiles. "To spill the blood of giants?"
"That's what he wants."
"What do you need?"
Is there any wisdom you can share for fighting Jotuns?
Fighting giants is rather easy. The ones that are large have poor mobility. A few quick maneuvers and well-placed strikes should be plenty to fell any giant.
Have you ever faced a giant that truly challenged you?
Not really. Perhaps one day before Ragnarok, a worthy giant will face me. The question is, are you ready?
I hope so. Though I hope the battle doesn't end in death.
Baldur has trained you well. It's good you care for the lives of your enemies. But do not be so compassionate that you disregard an obvious threat.
Yes, brother. Thrud arrives and waves at her father. Aunt Revna, what brings you here?
She was asking for tips on facing giants. She's about to head to Jotunheim.
Jotunheim? Can I come?
The Allfather gave this task to Revna. You are not to interfere.
Thrud frowns. Of course, father. Revna places a hand on Thrud's shoulder. I'm sorry, I forgot to ask the Allfather. But I'll tell you all about it when I get back. Revna lifts off into the air, leaving Thor and Thrud. Sturkjeve looks upon a massive monument of Hrungnir with reverence.
The Aesir will soon pay for what they did to you. I have trained for centuries for this battle.
The giant continues to look upon the monument. Sturkjeve's face becomes hardened with resolve.
Do you hear me, Odin? Face me and die by my hand.
Sturkjeve looks to the sky and waits.
Scared? You should be. The fury of the Jotuns lies within me.
The giant continues to wait in anticipation.
Thor follows Thrud inside his home. What troubles you, daughter?
Thrud spins around. Why do you insist on keeping me caged like a bird? Am I not a warrior? Have I not proven myself?
You are an excellent warrior, and your training as a Valkyrie proves as much.
Then why don't you let me travel, like Magni and Modi?
Because you have a commitment to honor. Hard to do that when you're off adventuring.
Isn't that what we do best? You, Magni, Modi, all of us live to fight.
What has brought this on?
Father, have you ever thought I want adventures of my own? I love being a Valkyrie, but I want more out of life than training exercises. Thor stands for a moment before setting Mjolnir down. Then he motions at the hammer and smiles.
Go on, pick it up.
Thrud grabs Mjolnir and lifts it, but not without effort.
Do you feel the power in Mjolnir? Its weight, its responsibility.
I do.
Some have seen me as a simple mindless brute, especially when I was your age. I have since learned that every swing of that hammer comes at a cost. Magni and Modi understand this. You are eager to prove yourself, but until you're ready to bear the responsibility of battle, I keep you here. Thrud places the hammer back on the ground, her muscles tired. Thor picks up Mjolnir and smiles. Do I not deserve the chance to learn that lesson for myself? No, you are my daughter. I expect you to. However, it doesn't mean we can't reduce the chance of causing mistakes with your actions. Thor kisses the top of her head and leaves Thrud to her thoughts. Sturkjeve continues to angrily walk the grounds of Hrungnir's monument. His friend has since joined him. Sturkjeve, please, it's time to go home. The Aesir clearly have no intention of honoring your request for battle. How long do you intend to wait? I will remain here until the trees grow tall.
The two hear something in the sky and look up. Revna descends from the sky and lands softly in the field. Is she a Valkyrie? I didn't know one could fly without wings.
Who are you? Why have you come here? If you are a Valkyrie,
I have a message for the Allfather. I am no Valkyrie, but the Allfather has received your message. That is why I am here.
Sturkyeve looks Revna up and down with scorn. To do what?
Ask you to stop. I know the Aesir and the Jotuns have clashed numerous times in the past. However, I do not believe you need to throw away your life trying to face the Allfather in battle.
Sturkyeve laughs loudly. Oh, so the Allfather sent you in his stead. Couldn't be brave enough to face me himself. Pathetic.
Please, Starkieve, go home. Forget about the past. Make a new future for yourself.
The giant looks at the monument. Do you know who that is? Revna nods in confirmation. Hrungnir was once the greatest of the giants, like Ymir before him. The Aesir seem to have a habit of killing our best. Today, that ends. If you won't flee, you'll be the first to die. Sturkyeve snarls and picks up his weapon.
You do not want this fight.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I do. He swings his weapon down on Revna. She catches it with one hand and stops its momentum. Sturkyeve and his friend can't hide their surprise. Suddenly, Revna is uppercutting the giant, sending him several feet into the air. He crashes into the ground with a thunderous impact. He struggles to get to his feet.
Stay down, giant. I do not wish to hurt you further.
Sturkyeve gets to his feet and stretches. So, you're stronger than you look. You will be a worthy kill. The two rush towards each other and clash. Odin walks his halls alone until he's joined by Thor. A word, father. Speak quickly, my son. I am curious about these tasks you have Revna performing. Oh, don't worry about them, my son. They don't concern you. I was wondering if they serve a greater purpose, to test Revna and see how well we've trained her. If so, I have a few ideas. Revna's trials are for a different purpose, one that the two of us have an understanding on. Though, if you have some ideas, I'm open to suggestion. Thank you, father. My first idea is
the two are interrupted by Sif, who hurries up to them. Allfather? Thor, have you seen Thrud?
She was home last I saw her. Has she gone somewhere?
Yes, but I know not where. She has not returned to her Valkyrie sisters.
Thor furrows his brow. I believe I know where she has gone. Revna's blade blocks another strike from the giant. He immediately goes for another swing that is again blocked. Revna parries blow after blow. She dodges his next swing and punches him in the gut. He catches her with an elbow to the back, then he stomps her into the ground several times. As he slams his foot down again, it's caught and he is pushed off his feet. Revna bursts from the ground. She begins to punch Sturkyeve repeatedly. With a final punch, he is sent crashing into the ground. Revna puts her foot on his chest. Do not rise again. He squirms, but she presses down on his chest as he groans in pain. She looks to her sword and back at Sturkyeve. She sheathes it.
Consider yourself lucky. Were it my brother, he would kill you. Know that the daughter of Odin has spared your life.
Revna releases her foot, and Sturkyeve inhales deeply before slowly sitting up. His eyes widen with rage. Daughter of Odin? A giant-slaying brother? Thor. Sturkyeve's face twists in anger. He looks at Revna with renewed vigor. He charges her with surprising speed and punches her into the trees. Revna struggles to get to her feet as Sturkyeve bellows loudly and prepares his weapon. Just like that, we are back in action. Man,
It is good to be back here, expanding the Dragonverse with all of you loyal listeners. As per last time, I promise I will get these episodes to you all as quickly as I can. I am still just the one dragon, but here we go again, starting a brand new adventure with Myth Girl. I hope you all sincerely enjoyed what you just listened to, and if you did, consider sticking around, leaving a like, comment, sharing, subscribing. Until then, take care. Dragon out.